previously on Nerd Talk.
With the Nintendo 64, and
Mhm.
he had Ocarina of Time, and he had like 007, which are the two most famous games of that system.
Nice.
And so I was like, it's Zelda. I have to play it. It's here. He's not here. I'm gonna play. So I played it, and
That's
then
funny.
I became obsessed. Um, so that got me into 3D gaming and continued my gaming because I think if I didn't play that Ocarina at that time, I probably would have quit on video games
Oh,
at that point because I'm like it's too difficult for me. Yeah. But yeah, I kept going because of Ocarina of Time. So I love Ocarina of Time. Then there was more after that. There was the
Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you.
Night and the spirit of life calling Mamelania.
There you go.
Hey nerds, welcome to Nerd Talk with Silver and Ray, where we talk about our favorite fandoms from movies, films, TV shows, comic books, all the things.
and today's musical.
Yes, today we're talking about musicals. I'm Silver.
And I'm Ray.
Yeah, so what are we going to talk about in regards to musicals? Just when we started watching them or how awesome they are?
Yes, all the things.
Yes, all the things.
I mean, I can give you a whole backstory of how I got into musicals.
Okay, let's hear it.
And so, like I've mentioned in almost every episode, I grew up in New York till I was 17. My mom actually I don't have a lot of positive to say about her, but she did get me into musicals. She used to sign up. They still do the lottery for musicals in New York now. It's a lot different than what it was when I was younger. She used to do lottery to get free tickets, not just to be put on a list to buy the tickets. um they used to do like newspaper competitions, or writing a story, an essay, a reason, and she would get all the tickets she can get. It didn't matter what the musical was about, if it was child appropriate or not, she didn't care. She took me to all of them.
Sure.
And I loved it. I thought the whole drama of it, literally the theatrics, the music, I was like, yes, I'm here for all of this. The costumes probably was my second most important part. Of course, the music is number one, but the
Right.
costumes definitely kept my attention the whole time with my short attention span, especially as a kid. But no, I thought they were great. I saw Cats when it was in the Winter Garden Theater in New York City. That musical doesn't have a big like fancy set, kind of like Rent that doesn't have a big fancy set. It's just like supposed to be a garage or a parking lot or something because there's a car in it.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my gosh, like I know people say you're either hit or miss with that one, or you're either a Cats fan or not Cats fan. I was a Cats fan. I really believed all of it. Mr. Mistopheles comes down and he does his little magical, oh my gosh. Little kid me was there. It was meant, like, I was the target audience. I was there like, yes, he is a magical cat. Look at him. I didn't gather that there was an orgy in this musical.
What?
Yeah, that's what happens. Um,
I don't think that I've seen it.
yeah, they reach a angelical layer, or like whatever that term is. Oh my gosh, yes, but no, it didn't matter. As a kid, I didn't care. Like, I just thought everything about it was great. And that one's probably like the first memory I have. I can't remember what my first musical was. It's probably a Disney one because they had like Beauty and the Beast back then. That was a phenomenal one.
Yeah.
For Disney. Like probably the second best. I didn't see Lion King when it first came out because it was always sold out. Like, because it's amazing.
I mean, it would be, yes.
Yeah, it was. I did eventually see it, but it was years after, because like for the first 5 years, it was like, you had to be like famous to get tickets for the Lion King, kind of like Hamilton for the first 5 years. But yeah, I got really into that one, and then when I met you, you got me into Little Shop of Horrors. I had already liked it, but you were like, no, we need to really watch it, not just casual. And you were right, because I love Little Shop of Horrors now.
So good.
Yeah, and then we kind of just from there we were like, let's just watch all of them, like as many as we can. And we got into Rent, into Wicked, and of course Wicked is everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
But I mean, for good reason. It checks all the boxes because it has those amazing costumes, the colors. Of course, the music is phenomenal.
Yes.
The storytelling, the friendship, the love, the everything. It checks all the boxes. I can watch that any day.
Yes.
Any day of the week. I can watch it.
And I've seen it a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, you can kind of see behind me that we have the sheet music for Little Shop of Horrors behind me. But yeah, those have to be like my top 5. If I was listing a top 5, it would be like Wicked, The Lion King, Little Shop of Horrors. Rent is a personal favorite of mine. I've loved Rent since it came out. It's hard to pick a 5th one because then I don't want to like not list one that I love as well. But probably Beauty and the Beast. That one, it means a lot to me growing up. Yeah, watching that was, and I watched it when what's the name? Was Belle?
Yeah.
Tony Braxton.
What?
Yeah, I have to Google it, but I'm
7 whole days and not a word from you.
Yeah, Tony Braxton was Belle.
Played Belle in the musical, the theater.
Yeah, and I want to say that my mom took me to that because I mean I have memories of it. Yeah, in 1998.
Wow.
She made history because she was the first Black woman to play Belle on Broadway.
I assume so.
Yeah. Yeah, so we went in 98 to see her. I don't know how my mom managed to get tickets, but we went. I don't have the playbill of it still because when we moved from New York to Florida, my mom threw all of my playbills away.
Of course she did.
I had Annie Get Your Gun when they brought it back, and it was the Hello Dolly you saw. She signed it and everything.
And your mom threw it away?
My mom threw it away. We waited outside to see her and everything. And my mom was like, yeah, if you wait by this door, they come out. Because my mom's been going to Broadway her whole life. And I was like, okay, great. You think you should sign my book? Because I'm a Disney person. So I'm like, well, Mickey Mouse signs my books. Yeah.
Bernadette Peters.
Bernadette Peters. I met her. She signed my book and everything. And when we moved to New York, from New York to Florida, my mom threw it in the trash. I know. I know, my heart.
Okay, well, I think I got into musicals from Little Shop of Horrors. That's an 80s movie, so I watched it as long as I remember. I think it's one of my mom's favorite musicals. It's one of her favorite movies. She'll still rewatch it, and that's your sign that she really likes it because she doesn't like to rewatch stuff. But yeah, and then I was obsessed with it. I watched it, I'm sure, way more times than I watched, Twister, which I watched a lot because I wrote down all the words to it. But Little Shop, I watched so much, because I just loved it, and I loved when people would sing and dance and have a whole production. So I think that introduced me to musicals, and that's probably why it's still my favorite one to this day. So yeah, from movies is pretty much where I was introduced and saw musicals because I didn't really go to theater living in Orlando. There were smaller theaters, I guess, around, but I didn't really go to any. Dr. Phillips isn't that old.
Yeah, cause that's within our last
and before Dr. Phillips, we would go to Bob Carr, which was around for a while.
The Peabody in Daytona, right?
Yeah, but I never went over there. And then when I did, it was for a comedy show. It wasn't for a musical, really. So yeah, it was pretty much the Bob Carr was where I went, and that's where I saw Lion King for the first time. And
we saw Wicked there. I
I
remember
saw
seeing
Wicked there. Yeah, that was the theater before Dr. Phillips, and then they built that one, and then they all transitioned over there because the same people own it.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into musicals, and I watched so many movies and TV movies growing up. So that's how I saw Hello Dolly. I saw all the TV ones. I mean, Wizard of Oz I count as one, and
yeah, I did my hair, my Dorothy hair.
Yeah. So things that were on TV. Cinderella.
Yeah, Cinderella. That was actually one of the first TV ones I saw. Yeah. The classic one
from Channel 9 when they used to do the movie, the Channel 9 movie for the Disney movie.
Yeah.
Yes, so I saw a lot of musicals there with Brandy and Whitney and them.
I love that Cinderella. I think I mentioned it before, but a lot of my friends in middle school, junior high school is what we called it in New York, they didn't know that Whitney and Brandy movie was like a remake. They thought it was just a new movie.
Yeah.
So the next day, I'm like singing all the songs, and they're so impressed. How do you know this songs already? This movie just came out yesterday, and I didn't want to tell them. I was like, I'm not gonna tell them. I'm just gonna play it cool. Like I'm just no music like that. I'm some musical savant. They don't know. I was like, I don't know. I just watched it. It was great, and I just stayed in my mind. I totally lied to all of them. But yeah, they didn't know that was an old movie because I had the VHS of the original.
Yeah.
Which I love too.
Sure.
You know, and the music is the same. It's just, of course, done
Roger,
differently. Yeah, it's the same music.
Yes.
Wow. That was an event in my house when that Whitney and Brandy movie came out, because like I said, my mom's so big into musicals.
Yeah.
And that's actually one of my mom's favorites. She still watches that like once a week today.
Wow.
Both the 90s version and the original one. She watches them on rotation at least once a week.
Okay.
So when we found out that was coming out, my mom's one of her best friends growing up is a massive Whitney Houston fan, and we had the biggest TV. Yep. Hey, gotta be Whitney's, like she's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's a huge Whitney fan, so my mom had the bigger TV, and of course I know how to cook, so it was like a whole event. Like we had like friends over, we were watching, like we sat there.
An event.
Yeah, we sat there, we watched that movie religiously, and then a few days later, I think I've mentioned this guy before too. I had a guy who was a bootlegger in my neighborhood. He would make bootleg like VHSs and cassettes and stuff, and he had recorded it off the television. He had the bootleg VHS, and he sold it to us for like $3 or something. And my mom and I watched that VHS. Like, so it came out officially through Disney, and we bought it then. Like we watched it a lot. And like I said, my mom still watches it now.
Yeah, I think that's how I saw Wicked the first time you introduced me to a recording of it or something, because it had never been to Florida before.
I was sick. I remember I was sick. We were in the living room, and I was like, I can't leave the house sick. And I was like, I found it. It's 2 hours on. I don't think it was YouTube. I don't know where I saw it.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm giving up. We're never gonna make it to New York. It's never gonna come to Florida. Let's just watch it. I remember that. Yes, I remember being sick, but I remember watching that with you. And now we've seen it how many times?
Every time it's been in Florida, I have gone. And it's not just been in Orlando. It's been in the North Florida, South Florida. I'm like, it's less than 3 hours. Let's go.
We traveled for Wicked, and we traveled for Little Shop of Horrors too.
Yes.
That's coming sometime in Florida this year.
I think in October or something.
I know, because I got us the earrings.
Yeah, and speaking of knowing lyrics, when you were talking about that, it reminded me of when Jay-Z came out with Hard Knocks. And my cousin was like, how do you know the lyrics to this? And I'm like, it's from Annie. I'm like, you've never seen Annie? There's 3 different movies.
She's just been, I'm a musical savant. I just know these things. I can't help it.
No, I'm like, this is just, they stole this from Annie. And I know every song from Annie because I've seen all the versions.
Yes.
So Annie's another one I watched a lot on TV. Came out as one of those Disney Channel 9 movies. I love that one because they had Audrey McDonald as the assistant or whatever. I love her, and so she just won another Emmy, I think, this year. For the musical she was just in New York, you know.
Nice.
She does, but she deserved it because they had like her do a snippet of it during the Tony, and I was like, she needs that
She's
award.
great. She's amazing. Give it to her. Give it the
award.
Tony right now.
But yeah, they did. So, and it was well deserved. But yeah, so I've seen all the Annies, and so I watched a lot of that. But yeah, just that's how I was introduced via TV, pretty much. And then I had like you said, the VHS. I had Annie, and then Amazon came out, and then I bought it, Annie again. I was like, I need to buy it because I need it. We're digital now. Get all the digital versions of whatever I used to watch.
Annie and Cinderella is the 2 that we have that my mom can put on a click of a button because she doesn't know technology, because you just have to watch those.
Yeah.
And speaking of Annie, not that I can sing, but if I was to ever pursue a musical career and want to be on Broadway, Miss Hannigan is the one I've always wanted to be. Not Elphaba, not even the main cast. I used to lie to myself and say I could be Molly when I was little, and I actually did audition for Molly and Annie because I had like that look. But at 8 years old, I looked 12. So they were like, you look too old. You can't be Molly. Molly's the baby. And I was like, I didn't even audition for any of the others, and they didn't call me back anyway, which shows you that, you know, that career was not meant to be.
Oh.
But no, it's fine. The Miss Hannigan is the one I've always wanted to be. And I feel like my singing range, which I will never probably sing because I'm too embarrassed to sing. And that's my biggest problem, is that I don't believe in myself with singing.
Sure.
But Miss Hannigan seems so fun.
Yeah.
When she's like, she wants to kill the little
Little
girls
little girls.
I'm like, that's so funny. So yes, that's the only role, like the only Broadway role I would ever really want is to be Miss Hannigan.
Yeah.
I also love working with kids, and a lot of times those productions actually use kids. I actually have never seen an Annie where they're not all kids. I know they've done it, but I've not seen it.
I've not seen it either.
Yeah.
I've seen it a couple times in theater. It doesn't come around as often as other things. But yeah, if I was to play somebody, I auditioned for Little Shop when we did it at Evans. I auditioned for the lady who sings, you know, the start of Skid Row or whatever. But no, I wasn't in it. I didn't get to be in it, but I was in like the next play they did, which wasn't a musical. And I was like, boring, not a musical. It was Dracula. So
I still remember that. You got stabbed for real.
Yeah, I'm sure I have a scar somewhere still. But
They took
they
staking you a
staked
little
me,
too
yeah.
serious.
But yeah, that was the only one I was in. But I had wanted to be in Little Shop. Maybe I didn't audition because, you know, I took drama because I was nervous and like shy, and I didn't like that about myself. So I was like, I need to get out of this. So I joined the drama club in 12th grade because I was like,
I remember I was there.
I had never been in drama till 12th grade because I was like, no.
Yeah, no, I only joined, well, mostly just to be with you, but because like I said, I was too scared to perform or anything. I don't know if you remember Amanda, who we went to high school with. She was one of the big theater people.
Yeah, I remember.
She was like, come audition, who cares, just do it. I'm like, no, I'm too scared. I'm not gonna do it. So I used to like help paint some of the sets. I remember doing that. And I remember I was trying to help that wig for your Dracula, because they were like, this is the wig, and I was like, that's the wig. I was like, Silver's beautiful, but you're gonna put that on
from New York.
You're gonna put that on her. I was like, man, I'm gonna help this wig for Silver, because y'all not doing that to her. And I helped the wig a little bit, but it was really bad. And then James wasn't supposed to stake you. He was supposed to stake the pillow beside you. Yeah. And then he comes back to me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to really stab her. Did you? Are you sorry?
Well, I had my hands open like this.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to hit in there, but he was off.
Yeah, he hit you. I remember that. I was like, James, you're a real actor. Come on, you're supposed to know how to do stuff better than this. But no, that was fun. I wish we would have done more of that in high school. Even if it would have just been you and me watching, I still would have been okay with that. I wish we would have been more into it. But
yeah, I mean, I went to all the things, but they didn't do that many shows while we were there. But yeah, that, like, if I was really good at singing, I would probably like to do Alphaba. But if I was like a kid one, if I was doing it as a kid, I probably would like, there's another kid one. It's not Matilda. I'm thinking of Matilda, but it's not Matilda.
Not Sound of Music.
That hadn't been out yet. Sound of Music is a good one.
It has I would want to be in that one too, because I like working with kids.
But no, that's probably not it either. I don't know that I had ambitions to be in musicals.
Yeah, and I mean, if I think about it, like if I was gonna say, oh, I would like to be in Sound of Music, what could I do in Sound of Music? Like I couldn't. There's nothing like Miss Hannigan is.
Be Maria.
No. This is why I'm not Maria. And I'm a ray of golden sun instead, because I cannot be Maria. That's why I cannot. No, I really, like, if I was to be honest to myself, I think I could do Miss Hannigan. Maybe, like, of course, in vocal training and go back. I have done music school and stuff too, but I haven't done music school stuff since I was in New York. I left when I was 17.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
This decades ago that I haven't done any musical stuff. And even just like performing, like I feel like I get really scared just before, but then when you're on the stage, like that fear is gone.
Yeah.
But the before fear is so strong
that
it's like I don't want to do it. Like I don't want to do it anymore. get it.
Sure.
So I think about that a lot because I don't do karaoke or anything. Because Alex was doing
I-
karaoke recently, and
I
I
love
just
karaoke.
I can't even do that.
Yeah, I get cruise famous because of my karaoke. It's the whole rest of the cruise. People are like, "Hey, I remember you singing." I'm like, "Thanks."
We're gonna do that in December. Alex wants to do it. She'll do it with you.
Okay.
Alex wants to, so
It's usually packed. Like it's so hard to get there usually. Cause nowadays they don't even have a comedy show, so
I
there's so
know.
much to do.
Yeah, they had karaoke every night in the last cruise we were on.
Yeah, there's karaoke's every night for sure.
Yeah, and Alex never got in. She tried, but like you said,
It's
it was
packed.
always packed.
Yeah. But yeah, my top musicals, I have so many. But you're speaking of behind you, Color Purple is definitely
Yeah,
one.
Color Purple's back there too. That's another
Color
amazing musical.
Purple, Little Shop of Horrors, Lion King, Aladdin, Matilda.
Wicked.
Yeah, Wicked. I saw Hunchback once, and that was amazing. I saw it at a smaller theater, the Winter Garden Theater
Mhm.
in Orlando.
The Orlando Winter Garden Theater.
Well, the Winter
Not
Garden,
the New
Winter
York one.
Garden, Florida, Winter Garden, Florida theater, which they don't do anymore. It's sad. They didn't have enough money.
I've seen some great performances out of there.
The Hairspray.
Yeah,
there
I was just thinking.
good.
I was just thinking of Matt. I was like, oh my god, put Matt up on that stage, and I'll go watch him do anything he does.
All the Color
Oh.
Purples I've seen local have been amazing.
Oh, that last one we saw with my
Yeah.
friend that was in it. Oh my god,
So
she was
good.
so
It
good.
was so good.
I cried. I always cry, but like I
I
cried.
took like 10 people there, and I always see Disenchanted.
Oh, that's another good one. Michelle Knight does a
Anytime
good
that's
job.
around, I'm like, let's
Mhm.
go.
Yeah.
I tell somebody.
Yeah, that one's really good. And
Yeah,
it's I
Hello
feel like it's
Dolly.
more like niche. I have not seen Hello Dolly ever in
Theater?
in theater. And this has to change. Cuz like every time I think about it, I'm like, you saw Bernadette Peters and
Yeah,
what's his
in New
face
York.
in New York.
Victor Garber.
And Matt, who I just mentioned, he got to see Bette Midler, and I'm like, ah, I love Hello Dolly. I love the
used
movie. I
to
watch it all the
obsessively
time.
watch that movie so
Yeah.
many times. And I love what's her name?
Barbara.
Yes, Barbara.
I-
Barbara.
Barbara
Streisand.
does it the best, of course. Barbara is like iconic. But honestly, every Broadway production I've seen on like YouTube
Mhm.
has been great too.
Yeah.
And I think I just want to see it. Like, how have
It's
I
so
not
good.
seen Hello Dolly?
Yeah. And all the songs in that show is amazing. You know,
Mhm.
when they had it on Wally, I was like, "Hey, hello, Dolly."
Yeah.
And I love that song though. Only Takes a Moment song.
Mhm. And then, like, as growing up at Disney, like, when you walk through Main Street, that's the music that they use in Main Street. And so many people don't know that. I'm like, how do you not know? Like, how do you walk through Main Street and hear dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, and I know where that's from? There's words that go to that. I'm like, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm like, come on. Even as a kid, like, I remembered the movie, and then we went, and I was like, I know this music. And music always captivates you. So I'm like,
Yeah,
it's there.
it's hard to forget.
Yeah,
any
that music is so great.
Yeah.
When Disney was closed, I watched Hello Dolly twice. That brief time it was closed during COVID.
Yeah.
I was like, I miss Disney. I was like, this music
Yeah,
makes me miss
I
it.
never pay attention to music that's playing at Disney. I'm like, get me to the ride I'm trying to get on and let me leave.
I mean,
I did see
I've
Beauty.
worked it, so
I always watched Beauty and the Beast when I went. Oh,
Mhm.
it was so good.
I've worked Main Street. So when you've worked Main Street, there's a special kind of
I
hell
got
working
you.
Main Street. So the music is what you need to get through it.
I got you. Yeah, I never worked at any theme park.
Yeah.
On purpose, because my brother worked at Disney for a while too, and I was like, no, not doing it. Not working for Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, I don't care whoever, I'm not doing it.
As you know, it's all I've ever done. So it's 25 years that I've been between Disney and Universal. So like that's my whole life. So I know where all those songs are. I'm like, I know it. And Universal owns a lot of musical songs too.
Yeah.
And in back when it first came out, they used to play Popular in the break room and in the changing room all the time. And I didn't know it yet. But I just remembered hearing it a lot.
Yeah.
And then it blew up and everyone was listening to it. I was like, oh, that's where that Popular song comes from, because I didn't know at first. Because I really got into Wicked when I was pregnant with Alex. That
Okay.
was like the soundtrack of my pregnancy. I remember that. And that was in 2005 into 2006. but I left Universal in 2004, and it was playing all the time. Like when it first came out, because they've always owned it. It's not now that they just owned it. They've always owned it.
Sure.
I have the original soundtrack, and it says Universal
Okay.
music on it, so they've always owned it. And I remember listening to Popular. That was the only song I knew. And then when it, like I said, when it blew up and everyone was listening to it, I was like, I know one song so far. But yeah, musicals have always captivated everything, like my attention and everything.
Yeah, I never understood when people didn't like them, and they're like, "Oh, music." I'm like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking about? Music? Yes."
Yeah, even if there's one that like I might not ever want to see again, or it was just like a one-off or not a super popular one, I can guarantee you I'm gonna go and have a good time and
Sure.
enjoy it. Like when we saw 2 years ago, we saw Pretty Woman.
Mhm.
Like I might not ever want to see it again, but when we saw it,
Yeah.
it was great, and we got a good. I felt like we had a good cast because it was
Yeah.
the one who played Mark and not Mark, Roger on Rent. He was the guy, and I was like, wow, I didn't even realize it was him till like the end because I couldn't see because I mean we have our little opera glasses, so I could technically have seen him, but you know if my eyes they're having a bad day, I can't see even with those goggles, so I didn't realize it was him till the end, and I was like, oh. And then I saw Rosario Dawson that year too at MegaCon.
Okay.
And I remember saying, I told myself, I saw Roger and Mimi this year. I'm so happy. Even though I saw her for Ahsoka for Star Wars, but
Sure.
I remember her from Rent.
Yeah, she was in it.
In the
you know,
movie.
I wasn't a super fan of Rent. I'm not a fan of the songs. I like 2 songs maybe, and then I'm like, okay.
I love Rent. I'm so glad you didn't go with me one of the last times I went because
You were boohooing?
oh well, I'm always boohooing in musicals, but no, during Angel's funeral when they do the whole montage and they all come together, I stood up and clapped.
So you were embarrassing yourself. Is what you're saying.
I stood up and clapped. First of all, it was really emotional. They did a phenomenal job. We actually bumped into the angel in the grocery store next door afterwards because it was like the only thing open at that hour in this little town that we went to see this.
Yeah.
And you know, Alex is she's not shy. She will go up to anyone. She'll talk to any stranger. And she recognized him and she said something to him, and she was working on some art at the time, and she was talking to him. He was like, pursue that art, girl. Da, da, da. And I remember, and then one of the other ones was like, you stood up, and I was like,
Got her.
we remember you. You stood up. Yes, that was me. I stood up and I clapped because it was so good. I stood up and clapped at the end of that song. It was so good. They got me into it. I was like, I felt like I was really there. I was crying because Angel died. I was crying because the music was good. I just got up and clapped, and then we were in the front row. So yeah, it was. Whatever. I'll do it again too.
Yeah.
You were supposed to be there, but you didn't want to go because you don't like
I
Rent.
don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like when we saw that guy, one of the dads from Mamma Mia, in the elevator with his loud outfit on. I was like, what do you have on? You're not inconspicuous. I mean, it's good.
Yeah. He was one of the dads.
Yeah,
he was one of the dads. I forget which one. I think the Australian
names,
one.
Yeah, he was the cool one or whatever.
Not Sam. I think Sam's the one she stays with, one of the other. The Australian one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. That was the last time we saw Mamma Mia. And then when we went to see Wicked in Times Avon, I think is what it's called. The one in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And we stayed for like 3 days because we saw it 3 days. We saw it 3 times.
Okay, don't remember that. But
Yeah,
okay,
it was
sure.
December of like 2017, I think. And we took my mom because my mom still talks about that. It's the only time my mom has seen Wicked.
Okay.
And you were seeing it 3 times. So you were like, you know what? Just take her one time. Because we originally weren't going to take her. She was just hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Which was enough for her. And she was ecstatic. And then I took her one time. And then the next day we went to go to a mom and pop breakfast place. Because we like to try different places. And the whole cast was in the breakfast, eating breakfast there with us.
Okay.
And I was like, and that's Alpha, that's Fiero. And you were like, how do you remember their faces? Like, I remember their faces.
I don't even remember this whole encounter.
Oh my gosh. That was the time you bought my mom a cheeseburger. My mom talks about this cheeseburger, Silver, to this. It's a Phoenix joke because Phoenix told her to calm down and have a cheeseburger once when he was a little kid. So the cheeseburger joke goes back to that. But then you actually bought her a cheeseburger, like room service. Like we were at the Hilton,
Yeah.
and she ordered it, and you were like, just order whatever you want, like, because she was trying to like not break the bank. It's just like, and you were like, just order whatever you want. My mom eats 2 bites of food. It wasn't gonna break the bank. She doesn't eat. And they gave her a little mayo and a little ketchup. She kept those. I finally had to throw them away because they were spoiled. Yeah, she kept those. She didn't use them. She wanted to keep them. That's how happy she was that you bought her a cheeseburger and took her to see Wicked.
Yes, I got a room service and she saw a musical.
Yeah, you gave Davy a song, man. She was happy. Yeah, but Wicked will do that. Wicked is that kind of a musical.
It's
Yes.
a good one.
It's a
And
good
I'm
one.
looking forward to seeing the movie when I see a double feature and see the whole thing.
Can't believe you haven't seen that first part.
I'm not gonna see it till I can see both at the same time.
I couldn't wait. I had to see
I
Jonathan
waited
Bailey on big
for
screen.
the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
I know. I remember when you
I was
waited.
like, I ain't seen no half a movie.
Yeah, I'm with it that they could air both at the same time. And you want a long movie? Great. Give us an intermission in a movie theater. I will gladly
They
do
did
that.
that for Deathly Hallows. I remember going to see both at the same time.
Hmm.
So they should definitely do that when Wicked comes out. They just gotta make more money by getting more money for the first one. So why not?
Yeah, I would sit through a 5-hour musical.
Absolutely. I would
Absolutely.
sit through the whole thing. They should in the
Yeah.
first place. Make one big long movie. I don't care.
Mhm.
I'll sit here
I'll sit through
all
it.
day.
I was raised on Gone with the Wind. I will sit through a long movie. I'm like, there is nothing that there is, especially with a topic in a movie I love so much.
Yeah.
And I think Cynthia and Ariana did such a great job.
Give me some popcorn, get some fresh
Mhm.
popcorn, and when then time for the second part, and make sure I use the bathroom in between.
Yeah,
You
that's
get
it. All we need is a bathroom break. We're thespians. You're gonna tell theater people they know we're formulated for this.
Yeah.
We will go in there and we will have a grand old time. I do hope that they do that though,
They better.
where they show both.
I'm gonna be mad if they don't, because I'm like, I waited a whole year to
Yeah.
see both together in the theater, in the big screen.
I know. And then I hope that
And
they
then
do
I'm gonna buy
sing-alongs
it
again.
to have it home for me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For the
Yeah.
2-pack.
I didn't go to the sing-along. They had it, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back, and then I never did.
It's because the second part said, oh, it's not right.
It was because it was December and it was so busy, and with as theme park workers, December is like crazy busy for us, so it's just hard to do anything in December, and which sucks because my birthday's in December. And our cruise is in December.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Now I want to hear you sing. That's gonna be great.
I want to see a musical. Speaking of musicals on cruises, I saw Tarzan, and it was so good.
Oh, I
was
miss
like,
Tarzan on the Disney cruise.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's not an actual musical anywhere, so I can never see it again.
If any Disney movie should be a musical, it is Tarzan and Hercules.
Yes.
Those two are so good.
Hercules. I saw that too. It was
Oh.
so good.
How has Hercules has never been on Broadway. Tarzan has, but Hercules,
Yeah, Hercules.
hasn't.
That must be the one I mean, because I saw Hercules on the cruise, and I was like, "This is the greatest show on earth."
Yeah, that movie evokes a musical. Just for
Yeah.
the muses alone.
The muses
Yes.
are the GOATS.
Yes. Yes, they are. I remember that. That's the best part of a Disney cruise is the musicals.
Yeah.
Well, we have to go in 20. I know I said 2027. And you're like, that's forever away from now. But I don't know. I don't know that we'll be able to squeeze in a Disney one in 2026. But hey, just for the musicals, I'm game.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They haven't done, like, the last time it was like some Mickey award show, and I'm like, boo, where's Hercules?
Entertainment has taken a lot of cuts especially after COVID.
This is not necessary job or whatever. It's not essential.
And they've cut so much, and I mean, just from working at Disney for so many years, I know some of the girls who've gone over to do some of those musicals, and they're like phenomenal singers. Like, bring them back. Like, these were so good, Disney.
Yeah.
And even they had Tarzan out, which was forever ago now, in Animal Kingdom. I loved it there too. Tarzan, I like when they do the with Jane and Tarzan, when they're swinging through the vines, they do like aerial. It's so nice
Stuff, yeah.
but that's like those details and stuff like that is something that captivates me so much in musicals. Like the blades of grass in Lion King. Every time them blades of grass come out, all they do is come out. They haven't even sat yet, and I'm already crying.
They sing that song during.
And they don't even have to sing. They just come out, and I'm crying because they're so beautiful. And the bullet in Hamilton, like those little details, like when you put a person to an inanimate object and you make them so beautiful in a musical, forget it. I'm there for it. Like, yes. That's all I want. That's why and I know we've mentioned this before, I get mad when they didn't have in Aladdin, they have the guys instead of the monkey.
Instead of Abu.
Like, that's so much fun, like to have like animals and people in a people form, and like that's so fun. That's so Broadway.
Yeah.
And then they cut him out. Like, are you kidding me?
Still was good though.
Oh, that music was amazing.
So good, because the genie takes the show.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
That's the last one I saw in New York. Yeah, he definitely steals the show. But I feel like even Robin Williams he stole it too. Like, I know Jasmine and Genie are like everyone's favorites, and Aladdin's like everyone's third or fourth favorite, and the movie's named after him. But talk about costumes, like the costumes in the Broadway musical for Aladdin.
Ooh, the flying carpet.
Oh,
so
that flying
good.
carpet scene. Yes, and the last,
People are like,
when we saw it in New York, I'll be honest, Dr. Phillips did it better.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but like in New York, you can see how they do it. Whereas in Dr. Phillips, you really can't.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, again, if you go to musicals a lot, you can see.
I don't know, but it's cool.
But yeah, the New York theater is an older theater, of course, but I don't think that's Roy Rogers. I think Hamilton's in Roy Rogers. But either way, the theater in New York didn't do it as good as the theater in Dr. Phillips, in my opinion. But Dr. Phillips was made for Disney musicals.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why they excel.
It is funded by
it is funded by Disney, so maybe that's why. But I haven't seen a Broadway musical in New York in forever, and that's the last one I saw was with you and when we saw Aladdin. And again, we were there like a few months ago, and now we didn't have time. Everything is sold out. Like, if you don't buy it like way in advance, and then like you can stand in that line in Times Square, or you can go on the website and just keep refreshing. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I just don't have patience for that. And we wind up, and the one Alex wanted to see was sold out for like weeks, so it would have been pointless anyway, unless someone cancels and you can sit there and do not buy it.
Yeah, I saw Chicago up there. That's one we didn't mention. It's one I saw as a movie as well with Renee and
that's a good one.
What's his name?
Isn't he the one from Pretty Woman? Richard Gere.
Yeah, Richard Gere, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Renee Zellweger.
Yeah, that's a really good movie.
Queen Latifah was in that.
Anything she's in.
She's Mama.
Yeah. Someone who I would like to see in a musical. People don't talk about her singing a lot, but she's a great dancer and a performer too. Is Zendaya. Like, I feel like
she was in that one.
Yeah, but she doesn't really sing much in that one, right? I know she dances in it a lot.
Well, she has a song with Zac
Efron.
Zac Efron.
Yeah, but I would like to see her live, like.
Sure.
In a music, anything. Just put Zendaya in something. I would think I would be very happy to see her in anything. Of the modern, like, younger starlets or whatever stars.
Yes. So speaking of new movies, which musical did you dislike?
Dislike. I feel like I know the answer to this, and now I can't remember. This always happens to me. I have the SpongeBob. I have the SpongeBob shirt. I need the little 5 hours later. When I actually remember, I can't think of a production that I didn't like right now. I know that they did a lot of those lives. Like, for a while they were doing TV lives. Yeah. And I think it was Grease. I didn't like how they did it. And the chick from High School Musical, she was in it.
Yeah.
And I think it was live, and the day that they went live, her father had passed away that day, and she still performed. Now, she was great. but there was just like the way the sets was moving. I couldn't really get into it.
Yeah.
The Peter
And the sound's always bad on those TV
yeah,
ones.
and Rent had that same problem too. Like they actually had to wind up using all the pre-recorded stuff
Yeah.
because they just couldn't get the live to work.
Yeah.
And
I
I
don't
was
know
like,
why.
"Ah,
I don't know why they can't get
such
the
a
sound
shame."
over
I'm like,
on
such a
those
shame.
live things. Like
Yeah.
there's live TV all the time. There's news and stuff. Like you can't get the sound right.
But the one that they do good that I thought was Peter Pan when they did the Peter Pan live. I loved that
I
one.
like the Hairspray one, all right.
Yeah, Hairspray was pretty good.
I don't really remember
Dove Cameron, I think, was in
any
that
other
one.
live ones.
And
Ariana's in that
Ariana
one. Was
and
Penny.
and she's Penny, and Christian Jenowitz hits her at one point.
Yeah.
And Christian posted that recently. She's like, I've always been bothering her. Yeah, you were getting her ready. I thought it was gonna be Dove Cameron, but it was Ariana all along.
Yeah, the one I didn't like is La La Land.
Yeah, that one was weird. The ending,
I did
right?
like it.
The ending was weird.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't get into La La Land. I went to see that by myself. Alex and Michael went to watch, I think, Inuyasha or some Yu-Gi-Oh or something like that movie that was out that I had no desire to see.
Mhm.
And I was like, I'm gonna go watch music. I'm gonna go watch La La Land. And then I was like, man, I should have gone with Michael and Alex. It was not. This
Yeah,
was not it.
I didn't like it. And
I
was like,
didn't.
It was supposed to be good. It's a musical, whatever.
And you know which one? And I feel so bad saying this. This is why I don't like the ones you don't like, because I always feel bad. Because like not everyone is horrible, and not even just parts of it I don't like. I should say, the Les Mis with Anne
Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
I didn't see it.
I
'Cause
know.
I was like, can't.
It didn't do nothing for me. Like I didn't like it, and like a lot of like the
Didn't
people who
feel
were in
anything
it,
as you're supposed to feel.
yeah, those feels you're supposed to feel didn't happen. And I thought I was gonna go into it. I was like, I don't really like this musical to begin with, but the people in it, I love. Like I love Anne Hathaway. I
That's
love
another
everyone
one,
that's in
like
this,
kind of
but
like Rent, where I like a couple songs.
Yeah.
But the rest of them like meh.
yeah, agreed. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that one.
I like the musical they did of Matilda on Netflix. I thought they did a good job, and all the music was great. And I felt feels, so I was like,
With
oh.
the kids who did dance, like in that
Oh, yeah.
one dance, like my
Yeah.
gosh,
The kids were high level.
I was even just when that movie hadn't come out yet, they were just
They were
doing
doing
the
the TikToks.
the
of it.
TikToks and showing them the behind the scenes of them dancing. I was like,
Yeah.
where'd they find these kids?
They
Talk
found,
about
like
savants.
50 amazing kids who can dance and sing
Like
at the same
literally,
time.
I
and
know you
flip
can't
and-
see it, but my hair's just standing up. Like they were so
They were
good,
so
so good, so good.
Yeah, I love that, and I still rewatch
Mhm.
it sometimes because that's one of my favorite ones too. That
Mhm.
came out more recently, the Matilda one. Well, maybe it didn't come out more recently, but I saw it more recently. And,
Yeah.
you know, in Dr. Phillips and wherever else I saw it, and I was like, this is so good.
Talk about musicals I didn't like. See, I knew 5 minutes later. to
You
come
got
to
it. You remember.
And it's like Shrek and Spider-Man and Harry Potter and like
And Little Mermaid.
and little, well, no, I can't talk bad about Little Mermaid. Wasn't a big fan of Ariel's costume. No one that I know was a big fan of it. I have a friend who actually cosplayed the dinosaur tail, like they called it, and she looked phenomenal. But that's the only thing I didn't like too much about Little Mermaid was the costume choices.
Sure.
I feel like her hair was very muted, but the music was good. I liked the music and the actress, the one who originally played her. Yeah, I liked the music, but I didn't like the costumes. And that's the thing, like they go hand in hand. It's a balance for me. I need both. I feel like Flounder's like in a t-shirt. Like I don't know. I just didn't like it. Because like when you go to the parks, they have yeah, I didn't like the costumes, so the musical kind of fell flat for me. But the actress that they had play her originally was really good. She did Christine Daye as well in the Phantom of the Opera, so she has the chops. Like the musical
Phantom of
people.
the Opera. That's one I'm like boring.
Oh, I love Phantom of the Opera.
So boring. I can't understand a word they're saying.
Oh, that's a classic. I saw Phantom of the Opera. They did a 10-year anniversary, and they brought talk about Hello Dolly. They brought Michael back. He's the one that sings the song you like. It only takes a moment. I believe that's him.
Yeah.
He plays the original Phantom
Oh, nice.
in the 80s, like, you know, years later. And then he came back again and did it a 10-year later with Sarah Silverman and him. They did it like a 1 or 2 day thing.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know how my mom used to stock these tickets, but she got tickets and we went to see them. And I remember because I was too young. I don't even think I was cognitive to see it when it originally came out because I was so young. But when they did the 10-year anniversary and it came back, I was right at that age where I was like, any musical put me in front of it, I'm going to watch it. And I saw them and I always remember that. Yeah, they were really, I love that musical. That's, I don't know, that's theater. That's like,
I can't get behind that one, sorry.
Are you like one of those people that don't like it because they don't stay together at the end?
Because I can't understand what they're saying.
Oh.
When they sing, when they talk, I'm like, what's happening? I don't.
Because there's a second one.
I've heard. And I was like, no, thanks. I didn't like the first one. Why would I want to see another one?
There's a second one, and they get together. They technically, it's you know, implied that they were together because they have a son together. She passes it off as the other guy's son, but he is a musical savant, as is the Phantom.
Sure.
You would hate the second one. You would hate it. Don't even watch it. You would hate it.
I'm not. Don't worry.
I saw it. I went with Sydney to see it like about 10 years ago. And we were like, you know, big blubbering babies because it was so freaking awesome. We saw the second one. And then you and I went to see the first one. I should have taken
that was
Sid
the first one they
and
did
not
it in
you.
Dr. Phillips.
Yes.
Phantom of the Opera.
I
and
loved
was
how
like,
they did it. It was
why'd
so
they start with
good.
this one?
Remember Alex was little and she was afraid of the chandelier the whole time?
No.
Oh.
I don't remember, sorry.
Because lot 666, where we were sitting, it was right above us, and the chandelier falls at one point. And if you've seen it already, you know that. And we were very close to the chandelier, and Alex was freaking out the whole time. She was like, "That's gonna fall," because it does. But they didn't even. I mean, it was kind of like they did in Alberta Hall. It doesn't even move. It was just flashing lights. I'm like, this is not Disco Yeti. Can we get the freaking chandelier to move? Disco Yeti is a way off topic thing. But anyway, if you know what it is, you know what it is. Anyway, I was like, this isn't Disco Yeti. I wanted the chandelier to move, but it didn't.
Okay.
It still scared Alex, though. You want me to say what Disco Yeti is? Yes,
No.
you do. Yes.
No, I don't.
So Disco Yeti is from the ride in Animal Kingdom. When you go and you ride the ride and the Yetis
with
at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've written it in the beginning, so you remember.
Yeah, I saw when it moved.
When it moved, his arm moves. So you remember that. I vaguely remember I was pregnant with Alex, so I didn't ride it the first week. I rode it a few months later after she was born. But yeah, he doesn't move anymore. He's been broken for like ever. He was cracking the foundation of the whole ride. So he doesn't move, so they flash lights at you to make it look like he's moving, and they have fans blowing on his fur. So his fur is moving, and then the lights make you think that he's moving. So the Disney adults call him Disco Yeti.
Oh, I guess.
So that's what I'm saying. The chandelier was a Disco Yeti moment. It didn't actually move. They just shook it a little bit and put flashing lights and made us feel like it was moving. I'm like, I don't want a Disco Yeti. I want a chandelier that falls.
Okay.
Bring down the chandelier.
Yes, well, we're over time, so.
It's a musical. Well, we can talk for hours about musicals.
Let's go on to what we're nerding out about. Is it a musical too?
No. I can nerd about any musical, but no, I just read a book called When the Tides Held the Moon. And it was so good. It was about a mermaid in like 1904 New York, and he was captured to be like part of the freak shows out in Coney Island. And this Puerto Rican welder, he makes the tank for him to keep him alive, and they like fall in love, and he rescues the mermaid so that they can't. He's like, it's a Puerto Rican in New York at Coney Island with the mermaid.
Sure, sounds like you.
It sounds like me. I read that summary. I was like, yes, I'm gonna read this right now, and I loved it. I couldn't put it down. I finished it in one reading.
Nice.
Yes, it was so good.
Okay, well, speaking of stories, I guess I'm nerding out about getting interested in writing mine again.
Yes.
Yes, the Fateless it's called, and so short premise, it's kind of similar to Harry Potter in that every kid gets a card at 10 years old that says their fate, tells you who you're gonna marry. Well, not like the specific person, but you know how they look, you know how many kids you're gonna have, what job you're gonna have. And I guess it's like a perfect society because, you know, fate determines what everybody's gonna do, and it all balances together. But then one one kid doesn't get, so she ends up without a fate, hence the name, Fateless. And so everybody starts freaking out because it's been generations of people getting a fate card, and so you get your card, you get free school, and you go learn what you're supposed to be doing. But if you don't get a card, what you're supposed to do then? You know?
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much the purpose of it. And so I think I got inspired by this game that has like cards and like this like fortune teller or something that gives cards, and I was like, what if everybody got a card and they had to do what that card said? And then of course there's some people who don't want to, so then they're like, I don't want to do that. So there's rebellion every generation, and maybe this time because there's somebody without fate, their rebellion succeeds and people get to become free or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because the cards sound like it's like people do it because they're told to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some people are happy about it. You know, it's like that whole debate of uniforms versus not uniforms. Like, oh, now I don't have to think about what I'm going to wear every day. I just get told and I do it, you know. Some people are happy with that, but some people are like, what if today I don't want to wear that?
I can tell you, someone who wore uniforms and then didn't, I missed them when I didn't have them. Having to think of something to wear every day is hard.
On the debate team, I would always pick the uniform side.
Yeah.
I'm like, I less thinking I have to do about something, the happier I am about it. Like, I don't like to think about what I'm wearing or my hair or any of that stuff. So if there's an easy thing, please, yes.
And Disney and Universal clean those for you. You don't even have to clean them. Like, you have the option to, but they'll clean it for you.
Yeah.
So if you want to be really lazy, just go in a Universal every day, go right to wardrobe, you get your new wardrobe, you go. And it's like, that's easy. I don't got to think. I don't got to do nothing.
All right. Well, good. That's it. So thanks so much for hanging out and joining us. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you're nerding out about below. See ya.
Bye.